Hey guys, Eric here with BrainRaider. Today we're going to do a quick and dirty tutorial to get you started. How to build your first notebook, add some content, share it with students, and see what they see. Alright, so I've made a brand new account for this, demo@brainraider.com, and let's log in. So when we first get here, we're going to be prompted, create a notebook. Exactly what we want to do. We'll give it a name, demo notebook. Alright. And let's pick a color. I think I'm loving this light green. It's just speaking to me. Create notebook. So immediately, boom, some options pop up. And one that you're going to want to take advantage of right here if you teach multiple classes is to break your students up into sections. So before we make any content, let's do that. Add another section, first period. Another one, second period. All right, and you can go through however many periods you teach, 10, 12, 15, who knows, and go add all those periods. You can also add collaborators if you're part of a team. Okay, so you put their email here and you can put them as a viewer or an editor. Note they do have to have a BrainRaider account for you to add them here. If the difference between a viewer and an editor, obviously, you can tell that, but the one thing that I do want to mention is that neither of those will let them see your students' work. They'll just be able to see the notebook. Okay. So now, table of contents. We're being encouraged to add some pages here. So we're going to go rid of the table of contents and add a page. And once we've added a page, it wants us to click to edit the page. So let's click and go there. So here we are. We're on our new page in our demo notebook, and we're going to edit it for the first time. So I can change the page's name. Welcome to my notebook. Notebook. All right, capitalize them. And we can set an open date and a locks at date if we want to. So the open date will prevent kids from seeing it before then. They'll see just like a blurred out page that says this opens, in a week or however long. And then the locks at date will let them continue to see the page after they're done with it, but they can't make any more edits. So if you've already graded it and you don't want them going back and doing anything to it, you can set a locks at date. They will still be able to go back and look at it. So it's just like a physical notebook. They'll have their work all year round. They can go and see what they did. All right. It's encouraging me to drag this element to the page to get started. So I will do that. But this note on mobile, if you're on a phone, you have to press first and then drag. Otherwise, your phone thinks you're trying to scroll the page, and that's not really what you're trying to do. So just press, hold, and you'll be able to drag. Here we go. We're taking a header onto the page, and it's telling me double click to edit. So we'll say my first notebook. And great, we've got a header on our page. The last little step of this tutorial here is it wants me to know how to delete. So if I pick it up and drag it to delete it, it's gone. All right, let's build the world's most basic notebook right here. My first notebook, just to show you guys some of the options here for styling. So we got quick styles here. You can just change the color right off the bat, and then you can do other things. You put it in the middle of the page, customize it however you want. Okay, let's give a text input right at the start, and let's say, introduce yourself. So this is a place that students will be able to type. You can make it bigger if you want them to introduce themselves in a long form. All right. And if you were doing this for real, you could go and add multiple choice, images, drawings, drag and drops, whatever you want to give the students something to interact with inside your notebook. All right. Stop editing, boom, and we're back to this. You do see a send page button here. You have to be in more than one notebook, but that button will then light up and let you send the page back and forth. So if you teach an honors class and a regular class, you don't have to remake your pages twice. You can send your pages back and forth between the notebooks. All right. So let's go back to settings and sharing and see how we get this into kids' hands. So you'll notice it has click to share right here, and we can share any of these sections. So let's pretend I'm in first period. I want to invite students. So I tap invite students, and then depending on what kind of device they're using, you can take this link and you can put it in their LMS for them to click on. You can write it on the board. You can take this QR code and have them scan it if they're on mobiles or phones or whatever. It should work on any kind of device. And let's see what a student would see. So here we are in a new window. This is what a student sees when they put that link in. So let's try it. It says we're going to join Demo Notebook and we're going to be part of first period. Okay. Let's type our name. This is Kendra, trying to get in. And then it asks for a security pin. So basically the first time that students get here, they can set any pin. We just told them pick a date that's important to you or a number that's important to you. All right. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, not the most secure security pin, but it will be fine. Joining for the first time, set any pin. So when they return tomorrow, in 2 weeks from now, however often you use a notebook, they'll have to put in the same pin if they want to get back to their same notebook. Right? We've added a warning here. It says, no notebook found with a matching first and last name. Do you want to make a new one? So students will see this if they're about to accidentally make a new notebook, if they've misspelled their name or something like that. So this will prevent them, hopefully, from doing that. And they say, okay, so here you are, you're in the notebook. So welcome to my notebook. Here's the page that we made. All right, let's go make some edits from the teacher view and just see how live it is. So if I'm a teacher, flipping back to my teacher now, you can see I have all my editor tools. And I'm going to go to that table of contents, welcome to my notebook, and let's say I want kids to start here. All right, this is really useful if your notebook has gotten to 40, 50, 60 pages. You can say start here, boom. And that'll put a tab up there at the top that says start here that goes to exactly this welcome to my notebook page. So let's flip back and look at it from student view. And wow, you can see that start here tab is already there. Okay, now I'm a student. My teacher's asking me to introduce myself. So, hi, my name is Kendra, and I like, long walks on the beach, whatever you want. Okay, flipping back to the teacher view one more time. This is all live. So if you've made a mistake, if you need to move things around like this, you can do it, all right, while the students are working in it. You can even do it while the students are typing. And if I look back at Kendra's notebook one last time, you'll see that all those things that you moved have moved. This is absolutely live editing. It happens. You can literally do it as the students are typing in the box, and it will still move. Okay, so everything is kept in sync when you're using BrainRadar notebooks. That's the basics. That'll get you going. You can get it out to the classroom, and really dive into digital notebooks. So if you need more help looking at all those different types of inputs, multiple choice, drag and drop, okay, there's a full tutorial series on our webpage, brainradar.com, and also on our YouTube channel. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and good luck on your first notebook.